going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. This is the X Sports Network.
Make your lawn a legacy. At Legacy Lawn and Landscapes, we put more than 16 years of experience into your goals. We won't meet your expectations, we'll exceed them. We offer consultation, installation, maintenance, hardscapes, construction, and land clearing services. Owner John and Jamie Brewer with their team are dedicated to providing the highest quality landscape services to commercial and residential clients in Middle Tennessee. Service, teamwork, results. That's how you leave a legacy.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available in the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit southerncraftmfg.com.
The Raptor Series from Hustler Turf. A premium line of residential mowers designed with a wide stance for operator comfort. A one-piece 11-gauge steel frame and welded steel deck for added durability. Finished off with premium Kawasaki V-twin power. We are Hustler Turf, and this is Hustler Country.
For high school athletes, every game counts. You push your limits and you chase your dreams. But when injury strikes, you need more than just recovery. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedics, we're here to get you back in the game faster and stronger. From cutting-edge treatments to personalized and compassionate care, we're here for your every move. Our specialized team of experts encompass decades of experience in sports-related injuries. Dr. Paul Thomas, Melanie Durham, and Julie Marcus offer the most comprehensive care from diagnosis to recovery. With advanced treatments and tailored rehabilitation plans, will help you heal stronger and faster. Trust Southern Tennessee Orthopedics to keep you at your best because your future is worth it.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
At Smith Tax and Business Service, we offer many services. Along with personal income tax prep, we also offer tax preparation for corporations and partnerships. If you're a small business and looking for some extra help, give us a shout and we'll get you fixed up. Call Mary Beth Smith, Marion Matthews, Brooklyn Bates, or Michelle Staggs to find out how we can help you. Located at 208 Pulaski Street, phone 931-244-6633.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes. With coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision, Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987, call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome into South Lawrence Elementary School, the site for today's middle school volleyball action, as the South Lawrence Lady Stallions put their 3-0 record on the test as they welcome in the Lady Panthers out of Lewis County Middle School. Michael Marks here, bringing you all the middle school volleyball action here on the X Sports Network. Again, like I said, South Lawrence 3-0 on the year. Season started last Tuesday against Leoma. They swept them in 2 sets. And a similar result for their other 2 games, a 2-0 sweep against Mount Pleasant last Thursday and a 2-0 sweep against Perry County yesterday. And now they welcome in Lewis County. Very competitive JV game before. Lewis County taking that one in the 3rd set. 16-14 was the score of that 3rd set, so competitive all the way through. South Lawrence won the 1st set, but Lady Panthers got control of the set 2 and that rode that momentum all the way into the end. South Lawrence again a dominant win yesterday against Perry County, both sets 25-4, and they would love to replicate that result again today. Lady Stallions 3 games this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tomorrow game here against Summertown at 4. Getting a little rivalry action early in the season. They'll make their first road trip next week, next Monday, as they head to Columbia to take on E.A. Cox and Lawrenceburg to take on E.O. Kaufman. Lady Panthers will start with the serve. We are underway as that's going to be out, and an early point for South Lawrence as they're on the board first. And Knoxley Webb up to serve. And she'll send that one over. Dug out there by Ava. And Surratt tried to send it over. But will hit it into the net 1-1 is your score. Back to Lewis County to serve. That's number 21, Briley. As she'll send it over. Dug out by Cox, who will send it back over. And JoJo hitting it over to Layla. And Landry Cox sends it over and out. And Lewis County, the early 2-1 lead. And good serve there by Briley. As Cox will try to send it back over and drops it in. Landry Cox with the kill. I'll send the ball over to Tess Newton for the Lady Stallions. Newton, an excellent day serving yesterday. She'll send that one high and over. And a good job there digging that one out. By the Lady Panthers, that was Briley, but it's going to drop there in front of Layla for the point for South Lawrence. And back-to-back points for the Lady Stallions has them back in the lead, 3-2. And another high one from Newton. That's going to go out on the far side. As we've got a sub checking in for Lewis County. That'll be Layla taking a seat as Walker will check in. And it will be Walker's serve. And she'll send it over. Dug out by Daniels. Methvin will set up Cox for it. She'll shoot it over. And that one's going to drop in for the kill. That was hit right at Walker, and she couldn't control it. Addie Surratt back to serve now. And she'll send a heater over, dug out there by Walker. And Ava, and a block there from Habry Daniels. Ava was trying to set up JoJo there, and Habry Daniels having none of that. 5-3 South Lawrence lead. As Surratt will send another one over. Oh, and Daniels again, back-to-back. Didn't get to see a lot of her yesterday, as most of the points were coming off serves for South Lawrence, but making her presence felt early in this one. And Surratt will send that one over and out the backside. Good job there by the Lady Panthers to get out of the way of that one. As it will be Lewis County with the serve, it will be Addie. And serving from this near corner. And she'll send it over into the net. And point back to South Lawrence. That's Landry Cox back to serve. And she'll send one over. Dug out there by Addie. And just getting it over is Lewis County. Methvin setting up Webb. And that one's going to be just in. On the line right there. And a close call, but the kill for Webb. That's going to send Cox back to serve again. 8-4 is your score. And that one's going to be into the net. And point Lewis County as they're looking to sub. As Jacelin's going to check in for Briley. It will be JoJo to serve. And that one sent over a rocket, and Newton couldn't control that one. An ace there for JoJo. And she'll go back to serve once again. Back-to-back points for Lewis County have cut this lead to 2. JoJo, another rocket. That one's going to go out the backside. Good job by Cox to get out of the way of that one, as that's going to put Izzy Methvin back to serve. And Methvin. Oh, and a good job there by Methvin as after Addy dug it out, nobody could control it. And South Lawrence first to double digits. And Methvin going to get another ace there as Jacelyn couldn't do anything with it. Tried to dig it out and sent it right back into the net. And Methvin's going to send that one over, and nothing doing there for Addy. South Lawrence looks to get in that groove that they tend to get into about the middle parts of the match. And Methvin will send that one over. And Addy, JoJo, and Ava will get it over. Cox digs it out for Newton, and Webb will just send it back over. JoJo. And Ava will send it back over. And Webb, that one's going to be in for the kill. Just gets in on the back line. Coaches and players for Lewis County not agreeing with that call. And Methvin back to serve once again. And a high one. And Ava will send that one into the net, blocked there partially by Daniels. And South Lawrence on a tear right now. 6 straight for the Lady Stallions as we got a shoe need to be tied. And we're back. And Methvin now with the serve. We'll send it over. And a good job trying to dig that one out there was Walker. But Habry Daniels sends the little tap in, and a timeout, Lewis County. We'll take it with you. You're watching middle school volleyball here on the X Sports Network.
Make your property rock and roll with services from G&S Excavating, specializing in white sand, compost, mulch, topsoil, landscape gravel, and steel landscape edging. Turn to the pros who know how to make your project shine with years of experience. The best part is they're locally owned and operated. Choose from a vast selection of mulch and rock from their conveniently located facility at number 3 Valley Road in Lawrenceburg, just off Buffalo Road. Phone 931-279-3841 and get started today.
This is the X Sports Network.
And out of the Lewis County timeout, South Lawrence on an 8-0 run. As they've taken control of this one, 15-6 here in the first set against Lewis County. As Methvin will send that one over. Addy sends it straight up, and JoJo gets it back to the net, but nothing going there for Ava as she sends it into the net again. And now a double-digit lead for South Lawrence. Methvin to serve once again. And that one's going to go out. Also going on around the county in volleyball, E.O. Kaufman is at home against Tullahoma. That one will be starting here in a little bit. And Summertown's off today as they prepare for come in and face the Lady Stallions tomorrow. Webb there with the kill. And after a Lewis County score, it'll be back to South Lawrence with the 10-point lead as Habry Daniels is up to serve. And Daniels will send that one over. Didn't get a serve in yesterday. And Surratt with the kill on the send back. South Lawrence, all of the momentum right now. And Daniel sends a rocket over. That's sent back, right back to her. Newton. And Methvin will send it over from the back row. Addy can't control it there, and down for the kill. 19-7. Daniels. Oh. And what's the call here? That's going to be out. Point to Lewis County. That one sent over, dug out there by Methvin. Newton is going to set up Surratt, who sends that one down hard. And a good job there by Layla to send that one back over for Lewis County. Newton sets up Surratt. She'll send it over. And a bit of an errant hit there from Ava, as she's going to send that one back out of play. And now South Lawrence is 5 points away from taking this first set. Daniels, or pardon, Webb that was, that sent that one over. And Lewis County, it's a lost track of hits there. As the lead's now 13 for South Lawrence, as Webb will send that one back over. And that's going to be a point South Lawrence, as Ava hit that one into the rafters, causing it to ricochet down, and that is a point for South Lawrence. Webb sends that one over, a beauty for the ace. And now just 2 points away from taking this one. Oh, and another beautiful ace right there from Webb as she dropped that one right down in front of Ava. And neither Layla or Addie could do anything with it off the net. And set point here for Webb. She'll send it over. And that one's going to be sent back over and in. As Ava sent that one right back into the spot that in between Webb and Newton, and neither one of them could do anything with it, as we've got a sub as Briley is going to check in for Jacelyn for the Panthers. And Briley will serve with her team down 15. And that one's going to be dug out by Cox. Newton does what she can to try to save it, but will send it out of play. Lewis County into double figures with 10 now as Briley's back to serve. South Lawrence just needing that elusive last point to put this set to bed, and that will do it right there. As I believe Briley stepped on the line there serving, and that will do it for our first set. As South Lawrence takes this one 25-10, and we'll be back for set number 2 here in a minute on the X Sports Network.
At Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, we're proud to be locally owned and operated because we're not just a bank. We're family. When you call, you'll be greeted by a friendly representative who's ready to discuss your banking needs, as well as offer our competitive rates on CDs and money market accounts. Our loan decisions are made in-house and never sold to a secondary market because our commitment is simple. You matter to us. At Lawrenceburg Federal, we offer all the conveniences of larger banks with a personal touch. Join us at Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, where community, trust, and service come together.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
The Summit of Lawrenceburg is the premier senior and assisted living community in the region. The Summit makes it home for you or your loved one with diverse suites that welcome and encourage community, plus gathering spaces, neighborhoods, daily activities, and a wonderful staff that supports you every day.
Hi, I'm Tara Blue. I'm the new director of the Summit, and we would like to invite you and your family to come and tour our facility. We would love to see you here.
Welcome to Employee Resources Credit Union, where you're more than just a number, you're family. We provide financial solutions that rise above those of traditional banks. With roots stretching back to 1964, we've served 4 generations during constant industry changes. We're known for our low fees and incredible rates. Join us and experience the credit union difference. ERCU, not for profit, for service.
This is the X Sports Network.
And we are underway here in the first set, or the second set, pardon. Here between South Lawrence and Lewis County. Michael Marks here. South Lawrence took the first set 25-10. And after being up 7-6, went on a huge run and really handled business in that one. And Surratt sends that one down, but JoJo digs that one out as Layla sends it over. Methvin. And Layla again. Webb. And just sent back over by the Lady Panthers. Newton. And that was just going to be sent over Layla, but blocked by Surratt. Addie Surratt with the block there. And South Lawrence up 2-0. Knoxley Webb to serve. And she'll send that one over. Layla digs that one out and sends it back over. Newton. And Surratt. Another kill for Surratt as she tips that one over. Now 3-0 South Lawrence as they're playing off that momentum from the first set. JoJo will send that one over on the diving hit. Newton sets up Cox for the kill. The Lady Stallions firing on all cylinders here to start set number 2. And that one's in for the ace. We saw something similar to this last Thursday between South Lawrence and Mount Pleasant. South Lawrence took the first set in a very competitive one, 25-20. And then just went off in set number 2 to finish the sweep 25-3. And another ace, and that one's going to drop right between Addie and JoJo. And Webb looks like she is on a tear. 6-0 South Lawrence. Webb. It's going to be dug out by Addie, but Surratt. Addie Surratt with the block and the kill. We got a timeout in Lewis County. We'll take it with you. You're watching middle school volleyball here on the X Sports Network.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you as an employee a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
This is the X Sports Network.
Lewis County looking to get on the board out of the timeout as they trail South Lawrence by a touchdown. 7-0. Webb sent that one over, and that one off the rafters, but Lewis County able to get it back over. And now Cox will send that one into the net, and point for Lewis County as they get on the board. Now Lewis County, their first serve of the second set. A beauty as that one's sent over. Dug out by Webb. And now Daniel sends it over from the back row. That one's going to be in for the kill. And Habry Daniels with the back row kill. It's going to put Tess Newton back to serve. Did an excellent job in set number 1. That one's going to be up in the rafters too and drop down. Point for South Lawrence. Ava there didn't have the softest hand. Sent that one about 20 feet in the air. As Newton will send it over. And that one's sent back. Newton a little out of control. And South Lawrence somehow gets that over, but Cox was in the net. Oh, would have been a miraculous save. As Newton and Methvin and Cox were flying all over the place. And saved it, but they were in the net. So point and serve to Lewis County. That's Briley. Sending a high one over. Dug out by Daniels. Methvin will set up Cox. Into the net again. Lewis County to serve once again. Sends that one over. And Daniels a little out of control. Gets that one up. And Methvin will just send it back. Layla sends it over. Dug out by Methvin. Surratt back to Methvin. In for the kill. Briley in position. Just misjudged that one. And South Lawrence to double figures now with 10. As they still lead by 7. And Surratt will send that one over. Into the rafters and down. Point South Lawrence. Lewis County having a hard time with the rafters here in South Lawrence's gym. Surratt sends over another rocket. Layla tries to send that one over, but JoJo runs into her. And that'll be a point for South Lawrence. Surratt sends that one over. Dug out there by Ava. And JoJo to tap it over and gets it in for the kill. Good play right there for JoJo as she gets the kill for South Lawrence. And looks like we got a sub coming in. That is Walker coming in for Layla. And it'll be Walker's turn to serve. As she sends that one over, dug out by Webb. And Methvin just taps that one over. And a good job there by Addy to send that one back. Methvin sets up Daniels with the kill. Again, this South Lawrence team coming off of area champions, sectional champions, and we're a Final Four team. Looking to replicate, maybe even go have a little more success as Webb sends that one in for the kill. The lead is now into double figures at 10. It is 14-4. Landry Cox back to serve. Cox, a beautiful serve. And Daniels just slaps that one down. And this South Lawrence team is a machine when they get going. Cox sends that one over. And that one's going to go out the back. This is a team that likes to do their scoring in bunches. (16-4). Cox drops that one in for the ace. A beauty. Sent that one high enough that Lewis County had thought it was going to go out the back, but that thing just sunk right down and got inside the line. 17-4. Cox. And that one's going to be just short into the net. 17-5 now is your score. That is Addy back to serve. She'll send a high one. That's going to be dug out by Cox. Methvin trying to set up Webb, and she taps it over both Ava and JoJo for the kill. Izzy Methvin back to serve now. And that one's going to skip off the top of the net. And down for the ace. Those are, just from all the games I've seen so far this season, teams have a hard time when that serve comes off the top of the net like that. It's hard to judge it. 19-5. Methvin sends that one over. Dug out there by Walker. And Ava will send it over. Newton And Webb, good job digging that one out by Lewis County, as that one's going to fall out. And South Lawrence quickly to 20 as they lead this one 20-5. Lewis County will take their second timeout. We'll take it with you. You're watching middle school volleyball here on the X Sports Network.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back here to South Lawrence. Looking to be in the final stages of this second set. And South Lawrence trying to make it 4 straight sweeps to start the season. And Methvin will send that one over. Ava. And a good job tapping that one over. And down for the Lady Panthers. 20-6 as we have a sub looking to check in for the Lady Panthers. Will be Jacelyn as she checks in for Briley. 20-6 the score out of the Lewis County timeout. As that one's going to be sent over, dug out by Methvin. Newton will set up Webb, and that one's going to drop for the kill. 21-6 is your score. And Habry Daniels up to serve once again. Sends that one over. Drops it in for an ace. What a weapon to have at the back of your serving rotation like Daniels. (22-6) Daniels will send it over again. Addy just going to send that one towards the crowd and out. 23-6. South Lawrence just 2 points away from taking this one. And Daniels drops that one in for an ace. And quickly the match point. Daniels sends that one over. And that's going to go off the rafters and in for the kill. And that will do it for our game today as South Lawrence takes down Lewis County in 2 sets, 25-10 and 25-6. South Lawrence will be back tomorrow at 4 as they take on Summertown Elementary School here. So for my producer, Kevin Wright, is Michael Marks. And this has been Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
This is the X Sports Network.